Hello and welcome, everybody. I am so excited for this episode of Crafty Fun with Friends. We are up to episode number 34. And today is really super special because this is, I think, the first time ever that I've had such a global panel of guests. And in fact, we're from all over, all sorts of different times of the day and even different days because my guests are joining me today from the UK. We have Angela, and from Australia, we have Anna and Steph. So for Anna and Steph, it's actually Sunday. If you are in the States, you're it's still Saturday for you. And for me, it's afternoon on the Pacific Coast. Angela, I believe it's still Saturday, maybe for just a couple more hours. So,
Yep, that's right.
um, yeah, so we're so this is gonna be so much fun. Thank you, ladies, for joining me from around the world at all sorts of strange hours in your day. And I love how global our community is, and it's so fabulous to be able to have the technology to connect and get to craft with you ladies because otherwise, who knows when we'd ever be able to craft together. But I'm glad through technology we are able to do this. So before I let my guests introduce themselves, let me tell everybody a little bit about what we are crafting today, in case anybody would like to craft along with us. We are all going to be creating cards or projects featuring Kendra's card challenge number 12. This is the most current challenge that's going on, and it is really fabulous. If you are not already familiar with it, it's a free sketch download that you can get that shows you how to cut 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, and as well the card layout, sketch layouts for turning those 6 sheets of pattern paper into 15 USA 2 size cards. So really fabulous. Not only is this an amazing resource just on its own, it is phenomenal for the fact that there are prizes that you can win if you play along. So I hope you'll check that out. And so, oh, also, I almost always forget to say this, but I like to just do it up front so that we can get it out of the way. All of the standard YouTube things, if you could please like this stream, and as well, if you're on social media, maybe hit that share button. We're just getting started, so if you share right now, hopefully folks who might be interested will see your post and be able to join and craft with us and hang out and chat with us as well. So I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves. So we'll start with Anna, who's in our top right corner. Anna, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself and where everybody can find you on the socials?
Sure. Hi, Lynn, and hi, my other little international friends. Well, actually, Steph, we're neighbours, or not so close, but particularly in the same city. So, I am an avid card crafter. I've done a lot of paper craft over the years, and just anything crafty at all. I just really love to craft my little heart out. It makes me smile and make my heart full. I do live in Australia, so on the other side of the world, and it is about just after 8 a.m. in the morning here. So a nice sprightly live for me. And another little bit of information, this is my first live, so I'm very excited. So a big hello to everyone there, and obviously for tuning in, and hopefully this will be one of many. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy what we bring to you today.
Yay, welcome. And let everybody know in the chat, you'll see Streamlabs has just chimed in with a post. So you'll see links to Anna and all of my guests' social. So be sure to check them out and watch some of her videos. Anna is at Papercraft Creates. And if you like what you see, maybe, give her a little subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever she posts new content to her channel. Thank you. Angela, how about you introduce yourself? Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you on the socials, and all of that good stuff.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela Brennan. I'm based in Scotland, in the United Kingdom. I've been here for 20 years. I grew up in Malaysia, came here to study and never left. But I started crafting a long time ago, but I actually started crafting when I came to this country, which is 20 years ago. But I crafted for the first 2-3 years, had kids, and stopped totally because I was working a lot. And then I started back when the pandemic started because I had a lot more time on my hands. And that's when I started really getting into crafting and card making, etc. And then I realized I actually got a lot of stuff. I like buying patterned paper. And I one day Googled what to do with patterned paper, and that's how I came across Kendra's card challenge and never looked back since. So I think I've been doing it since Kendra card challenge number 6. That's when I found it, and I've been doing it since then, and I absolutely enjoy it because I can use a lot of stuff in my craft room. Though I have not been really crafting, doesn't stop me from buying stuff when I see it on sale. So so I absolutely enjoy making these cards, and I do make a lot of these. And I think we've got lots of various sponsors, challenges, or whatever posts coming up, and I've been making lots of them. I'll be trying to make, so I've got 3 cards here, a female, feminine card, masculine card, and a unisex card, my version of it anyway. So this is my first live stream as well. When I told my sons at dinner today, they said, "Are you sure you can do that?" I said, "Don't worry, I've got 3 other people online and they know what they're doing." I said, "All right, that's okay then," because I'm very, very tech challenged. But thank you so, as Lynn will attest to, I'm sure. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoy what I'm going to show you today. So thank you, and I'll chat along with you.
Wonderful. Jay, who is Craft by Jay on YouTube, says, "I love Angela's ink techniques." So you have a fan or 2 or several.
Oh yeah, and I can also be found at Angela Brennan Creations. That's my YouTube name as well as my Instagram name. I'm not very good at Instagram, but yeah, I tend to post every week at least a video on Angela Brennan Creations. But thanks, Jay. Appreciate that.
Wonderful. So look for a post in the chat from Streamlabs, folks. I have that automated, so it should come up eventually, just like Anna's did. And just before we get to stuff, though, I want to bring up Danny's comment. She says, "I feel like I'm a bit of a rebel today as I'm working on sheetload of cards." KCC 12 is slated for next week, though. Oh, that's so funny. It's fine. You can rebel. We like our crafty friends who go rogue. So as long as you're here chatting and crafting with us, we love it. Steph, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself? Let us know where we can find you on all the socials as well.
Yeah, hi everyone. I think it's a theme today. It's also my first ever live. So thank goodness we've all got Lynn here to keep us on track. But I can be found at Chaos in the Craft Room or on YouTube or on Instagram. It's Chaos and then a full stop in the Craft Room. And of course, you'll find me posting things on Kendra's Facebook page as well. So I've just loved crafting from a young age, and I think it runs in my blood because really my whole family craft, and we all do different types of craft. But I do remember as a kid, I was always the one signing up for pottery classes or painting my own mugs or anything that involves crafting. I was there, and anything to make a mess. I love making a mess. So, mixed media is definitely my thing, as well as trying to make cards that look a little bit neat as well, which is why I love Kendra's card challenges. It keeps me on track and prevents me from overdoing things. So that's a little bit about me.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool. Everybody in chat, look for a link from Streamlabs. I'm sure it'll come up eventually. If it doesn't, I'll make it do its thing um, before our stream ends. Welcome, ladies. I love that Angela let us know which KCC challenge she started with. So I'm curious, Steph, when did you first, do you remember the first challenge number that you started?
I remember I first saw Kendra's card challenges. It was actually through Craft Roulette, and it was that number 7 was the first one I saw. But I think I'm trying to remember, I think I only started participating in number 8, because for the first one, I was sort of looking at what everyone's cards were, what papers people were using, and started to sort of get a feel for what it was about.
Yeah, awesome. Anna, how about you? When did you first come across Kendra's Card Challenge, and what was the first one that you actually participated in?
Yeah, so I think it was actually 5. I'm thinking it was 5 or 6, but I'm thinking it's 5. And once again, as Angela had mentioned, it was really COVID that, really got me heavily into the card making, because I had so much spare time on my hands. Here in Melbourne, we were in these major lockdowns for months on end. I think we were officially stated the longest lockdown city in the world, because I didn't mind so much, because it gave me all this extra time to craft. And so I was a little sad when I had to go back and, get back to life. And actually not have as much time to craft. But it was definitely, I think, 5 or 6, and I just loved it. I was totally hooked, and started doing my own videos, promoting the challenge and showing like my cards and stuff. And eventually then, when Kendra had put a request out, thought, oh my God, I'd love this. I want to give it a go. So it's been so much fun being on the design team, and, really challenging you, like with some of these card sketches, and also applying them to different things other than just a card sketch. Now, I might attempt today, if I'm going to go completely rogue, and make a gift card using one of the card sketches as inspiration. So it's more than just a card sketch. You can do so much with these.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I think I forgot to mention we are all on Kendra's design team. We're all on the video design team. And also thank you, Anna, for mentioning that the card sketches are fabulous for more than just cards as well. So we do have a completely separate team that is our inspiration team, who consists of designers that share beautiful projects, cards, 3D projects, bags, boxes, you name it. So it just goes to show how, awesome of a resource this is. Beyond playing along and the chance to win prizes, there's a lot of value here, because it's just really, at the end of the day, really great layouts that you can apply to really anything. So Kendra posted, Steph created a scrapbook version. That's pretty cool, Steph.
Yeah, that was so much fun. And I love scrapbooking. It's a great way to keep memories. And I always found it took so much time to create my layouts and pages. But then when I was doing Kendra's card challenges, I thought, oh, this can be applied to something else. I'll apply it to my scrapbook pages. And I just doubled the size of everything. So, if it says to cut 3 inches, you cut 6 inches, because you're using a 12 by 12 paper. So it really works very well. So if anyone wants to give that a go, it's a great idea.
Oh, that's so cool. Angela, what's this machine you have?
Well, my first cart's I'm going to do some laminating, so I'm just warming it up so I don't have to wait later on.
Oh, are you doing like
foil
foiling?
laminating. Yeah, foil laminating. Yeah.
Oh, that looks
the
like
foil that you need. Yeah.
That's a heavy duty laminator. It looks chunky.
It's a tenner from Amazon.
Oh, is it?
The cheapest one from Amazon. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I just got this
cool.
earlier this year, because I only started doing the foiling with laminate thing this year.
Oh, fun. Wonderful. Okay, when you do your foiling, can you let me know so that I can put you on the big screen and folks can watch and maybe you can tell
Well, that's
us.
going to be the first bit, so I can do that when we start.
Okay, good. Okay, wonderful. All right. So, welcome everybody, and welcome everybody in the chat too. Thanks everybody who's been chatting along and saying hi. Let us know in the chat if you have played along with Kendra's card challenge, and if you have, I would love to know what number, what challenge number you all started at too. I think my first one was, I think 7 or 8 as well. So Kendra, I think 7, 8, that you got like most of us. It sounds like, because it sounds like that's when Steph, Angela, and I kind of first became aware of or started to play along. So, let's all get started with who's doing the lowest sketch number. Oh, okay. I think, Angela, are you about ready to do your foiling?
Yeah, I just wanted to show everyone that I use the reason I can do foiling with the laminator is because I'm using this black and white paper pack, and the black elements are like the toner bit that you need to use a foil to laminate. I hope that makes sense. So I use the
Yeah.
paper from this, and I'm doing sketch number 8. So I use the paper from this paper pack, which is the All to New Essential Black and White paper pack, and I've cut the circles that I need for sketch number 8. And I've got these foils from these deco foil thingies, foils. And I've got Silver Star, Aqua, and Emerald watercolor. So I'm using 3 different colors. And I'm going to be putting, this is the carrier sheet, a very thin printing paper thingy. And I've cut my circles to 2.5 diameter circles. So I'm just putting the pretty side up on the circle. This is the semicircle, so I'm putting the emerald watercolor deco foil on it. And I've got this third one, all from the same paper pack, all black and white. So the black bit on a toner, which will really take on the foil when you put it through the laminator. So I've got it all ready here, and I'm going to make sure it's covered properly. And then I've got this laminator, which I've been warming up here, and it's in a hot setting. So this laminator has got a cold and hot setting. The cold is when you want to do your laminate pouches, but I'm not using it for that now. So I've got it in the hot setting, and all I'm doing is putting it through this way.
So, question, Angela, if you have colored pattern paper, would it laminate the color portions or?
No, it's only the black bit because it's the toner element. So if you want to use the laminator, so some of Kendra's bonus sentiments that you have, if you want to use it, you need to print it on with laser toner. So you need a laser printer for it. And then you can use the same method and do your foiling.
Okay, proof is in the pudding. Give us that slow reveal.
Oh, trust me, this is when it's not going to work, I suppose. But let's see. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Can you hold it up to your camera? Like just lift it up. Wow. Look at that shine.
And it started from
beautiful.
black and white like that, and then you get that.
Well, now I want to go get that paper pad.
I know.
This is actually my second pack of this one because I like using it, and it's it's black and white, so you can add any color to it. So yeah, that's kind of pretty. So yeah, and you just take it out.
And any foil, Angela, or do you need a specific brand?
I use deco foil, but I've also used Gina K foil.
Yeah, it does need to be. It does need to be a transfer foil, though, not a hot foil.
Yeah, you can't use hot foil. So this is the only transfer foil I have is deco foil, so I don't know what else is out there in the market. So, yeah.
Oh, lots of brands carry. So, like Crafter's Companion does one, I think. No, they do hot foil. Yeah, you'd have to check. Hey, we have somebody from Aussie in the house. E-Lift Party Limited. Welcome. Yay. And
hello.
Kendra was quick to look up what challenge number. I don't know how Kendra found this so fast. Sire started at challenge number 2. So
wow,
he's got us all beat, ladies.
Well, I guess Kendra said
I
in the
know he's a
chat that
veteran.
her first challenge, there were 16 people. So maybe for the second one, there was also a lower number of people, so less people to look through. But look how big it's gotten.
Yeah, and she said that Cordelia has been with her from the very beginning too. So that's so awesome. Yeah, once you get started, it's easy to get hooked. And of course, like I've been saying, it's a fabulous free resource. So, just pop in every quarter and, play along, but save those files that you get because it's really good to just refer back to. But if you're worried and you're just discovering it, don't worry, because you can get access to the older challenges. You just need to join Kendra's Patreon, and then you'll have full access to the whole archive. So Streamlabs has just put up a link to Steph's YouTube channel. Steph is at Chaos in the Craft Room. So at some point, I hope you'll pop on over and check out her channel, watch some of her videos, and if you like what you see, click that subscribe button for her, and that way you can get a little notification whenever she posts new content to her channel. Kendra's so organized. She says she has a spreadsheet. Awesome. There were 25 entries in challenge 2. Wow. Way to go. That's a testament to how amazing this challenge is, that it's grown so much, because we get Kendra will let us know, but I think we get hundreds of entries each month. So it's pretty phenomenal. Okay, so wonderful. We can't wait to see how your card comes together, Angela. Let's pop in and see Steph, where are you at? Oh, there you are. What challenge or what sketch number are you working on, Steph?
All right, I'm going to be working on sketch number 9. Now, this is because I don't have a color printer. Everyone else has pretty pictures, but all mine are in black and white. So I really need to look at what paper number it is.
Well, okay, I'm going to pause right there to let folks know that's a testament to how well Kendra designs these printouts, because
Absolutely.
if you don't have a color printer, which not everybody does, when you look at the sketch layouts, you have all of the dimensions. You have so you don't have to refer back to even the cutting guide if you didn't want to. And that's often how I sometimes approach the sketch layouts, because sometimes if I'm just doing the one, I have everything I need here, and it's got all the dimensions, and it says by color coding as well as by actual print what paper to use there. So love that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, my friend.
No, absolutely. I completely agree. I love how well Kendra designs these, and it makes it easy no matter what your situation is. And for me today, I'll be using Polka Doodles papers, which I've used quite a lot of their papers in a few of the challenges because I just love their papers and they're a fantastic sponsor. So I'll be doing, sketch 9, and these are the 2 papers. I know I've seen Kendra do some beautiful cards with these papers as well. And this is one of their cute little Christmas images that I'll be using on this sketch. And I thought Christmas theme is good, so I don't run behind on my Christmas cards this year.
Oh, good. When do you normally start your Christmas crafting?
Look, I have to admit, it's usually November. So, and I've got relatives all around the world, so I want to send them out. But by the time they receive their Christmas cards, it's probably just a few days before Christmas, which I think is a shame because, you love having all the Christmas cards up on display throughout December. So trying to be a bit more organized this year.
Well, I mean, if they get it before Christmas, I think that's a win.
Exactly. So I thought with
so
the
funny.
Christmas, yeah.
Cordelia said, I want a set of pigment powders in challenge 2, and I'm still using them. They last.
Wow.
That's awesome. I know. The only downside to the challenge growing so much is that it's harder to win because there's more competition.
But hey, so many more sponsors and prizes. I mean, if you've watched one of Kendra's prize videos, it goes for like you know, at least half an hour or longer, and it's constantly like this winner, this winner, this winner, and so so many more prizes as well.
So true, so true. And so the Pokedoodles papers you're using, is that a physical paper pad? Because I know they do digis as well.
Yeah, no, digital. So I got them printed out at our local Officeworks in colour because I don't have a colour printer. But it's actually amazing. You know, it's really hard to, with pattern paper, it's sort of one of those things you see and then you go, oh, I want that. But when you have digital papers, you don't quite feel the same when you look through them online. But when you print them out, you know, you just go, wow, this is such a fun Christmas pattern paper, or with any of the pattern papers. Once you print them out, it really shows the quality of the images.
Yeah, and then, you know, once you have the digital, you can just
keep printing
print
it out. Yeah.
And so you'll never run out, essentially. So that's kind of
That's
cute.
it.
Do you happen, I don't want to put you on the spot, but do you happen to know the name of the collection you're using?
Yes, let me find out and get back to you. I do have it written down. Kendra will know. She also used this one.
Yeah, so Pokedoodles is a super sponsor of ours. So they are fabulous, as well as a prize sponsor. So they actually donate quite a few prizes. I think you can win monthly prizes and quarterly prizes. So they are very, very generous.
Yeah.
And they've supplied. So for folks who don't know, we have so many sponsors to Kendra's Card Challenge, and that list is growing every day. And if you have favorite brands, you know, let them know that you would love for them to donate prizes to Kendra's Card Challenge, because we are always up for adding new sponsors. I love that image that you got there, Steph. Super.
Yeah, it's so cute. And I've also got another one here for number 9. And this is a cute little teddy bear with all the presents that I'll be using. Or sorry, sketch number 8 that I'll be doing after this one as well. And yeah, the other thing that's so helpful with the digital images is you can resize them to whatever size you want. So unlike the physical stamps, you've only got the one size. You can really, resize it to what works for you.
Yeah, that's a fabulous point. And not to mention the fact that there's a lot of instant gratification that's great also. So you get it. Once you hit that buy button, you get it right away. So you don't have to wait for shipping. And it must be good for you to, as well, for all of my international guests, that there are companies who do digitals. Because, I mean, I don't know how easy it is it for you to get, other brand craft products? Does everybody tend to ship internationally?
No, it can be challenging to get a lot of the American brands. We've certainly got quite a few brands here in Australia that, do get stocked, or if you buy them from the shops, generally it will be like an outlet that ships bulk to a specific craft store or something and won't ship to individual people in Australia. So a lot of the Kendra's sponsors, we can't get shipped to Australia, but the digital does make it possible. So yeah, definitely a huge benefit there. And also shipping costs a lot to Australia.
Oh yes, that's what I was about to say, because I sometimes order from UK-based companies, and shipping is often one of the factors that I consider, because it can be so expensive. So then is crafting paper crafting or any kind of crafting like a big industry, a big hobby in Australia? Question for you or Anna.
Yeah, look, I mean, it is, but definitely not as big as in the US. So what do you reckon, Anna? I don't know exactly how big we can describe it, but
actually, Steph and I were at a craft show. Was it Friday week ago?
yes.
And we were just saying there were so many people at the show, but it just seems that the getting to all these crafters seems to be a little bit harder. It just seems most of my viewers are American, which I absolutely love, and I do love a lot of the your culture and tradition and all of those sorts of things, and you celebrate so many different great holidays and so on as well, that are sort of starting to emerge. Like Halloween here in Australia is starting to get a little bit more behind it. But things like Thanksgiving we don't, and I always see the product and think, oh my god, it's so fantastic. But yeah, like there are companies, as in like craft stores, like online craft stores and things like that, and they would have their own communities and so on. But yes, it just doesn't seem to be as big here in Australia as it is definitely in the US, and even I think the UK has got a much bigger scope.
Interesting. So then do you have like the big box, kind of big box stores like a Joann's, or I don't know if Joann's is international, but are there stores like that, craft stores like that, or are they usually like your smaller kind of boutique stores?
There is one store that is a Spotlight. Is it does lots of crafts, like different crafts. Predominantly probably more focused on sewing, and then it does like knitting, like wool crafts, and lots of paper crafts and so on, and also linen craft. But they they won't carry a lot of the smaller brands. They sort of tend to go with the really big brands. But mostly smaller stores, and I'm probably finding more and more online only. So that's both good and bad. But I love to go to touch and feel stuff, being a visual crafty person. So when they do have these sort of craft events, like the craft shows and so on, I love to go to those because you can see the product, and there's demonstrations and all sorts of different things happening there. But that might be there's probably 6 or 7 a year, I think, that are sort of paper craft related. It's different sort of companies doing those, where they have smaller stores come in and bring in their stuff, and some of the direct suppliers as well. But it's good. I mean, the only thing is, with obviously the the international stuff, it is great, but shipping is ridiculous. Like it can be quite expensive. You actually pay more for shipping at times than the actual product itself. So yeah, digital stuff I'm quite enjoying, and actually it's a good way to not clog up space as well, because I'm actually in an apartment, so I'm very limited to space. Although I've managed to find every nook and cranny to stash my craft supplies in. But it is definitely a great way to go. And as Steph was mentioning with the polka doodles, I've used some of their products, and they are really great quality and so easy to use. So definitely a great digital product to use.
Yeah, and Danny in the chat was saying the same thing about storage, that you don't have to worry about storage if you have a lot of digis, and so that's really good. And plus, I think especially with paper, because so many of us like to collect pattern paper, you can go wild, collect all you want, and you never have to feel bad that you're not using it up and it's just sitting somewhere. So feels a little bit more guilt-free, and but as well also more affordable for folks who want to just get into crafting but don't have a big budget too, because digis tend to be less than physical product. So How about Angela? How about you? Like,
Yep.
how's crafting in
The
the UK? Is
Yeah.
it?
In the UK, it's big again, but not as big as the US. And it's a bit harder to get stuff here. Ever since we've had Brexit, it's been worse. I don't know that you know what's Brexit. We've left the EU, so they've got additional taxes. It's crazy.
Mm.
So, but I found a company or a retail store here called Bumbleberry Craft. I've not been there. Clearly, they're very much big online, but they do have a physical store as well. And I get all my stuff there. So a lot of the new stuff, she gets it there. So, for example, if I want any auto new stuff, usually it's easy to get. But like I recently purchased, not recently, earlier this year, I think, purchased all of the Catherine Pooler inks. So I actually contacted Catherine Pooler, and then she said, "Oh, you've got a store in the UK, Bumbleberry Craft." And I said, "Yeah." That's when I decided to buy the whole set, and I managed to get a discount for myself through that. So it's quite good because they're one of the main suppliers of the Catherine Pooler stuff, and also they got all the major brands: Gina K, Altenew, British Monroe, Catherine Pooler, etc. So they've got all of that there. So I don't have to pay the prohibitive shipping charges because it's really sometimes you just never buy a small thing, because if I buy it's got to be at least £100. If not, it's not worth it. The shipping is not worth it. So
Yeah.
so when I do see Altenew having these deals where, if you buy more than $29, shipping is free, I'm so envious. Honestly, it is so expensive, the shipping. So I tend to get a lot of my stuff from Bumblebee Craft. And she's great. Katrina's great. She's and something's not in stock now, I just message her directly and say when it's coming in stock. So it's good. And I also like the fact, like, you got other stores like Spellbinders, they've got a UK arm now, so it makes the shipping thing go away. So it's hopefully, places like Autumn and all will have a UK arm at some point, but I don't see it happening. But Bumblebee Craft is great. I think their prices are competitive, and if you buy, I think above 50 or 60, it's shipping free. So great. Can't complain there.
Well, that's awesome. I would have thought though that the UK was really big on crafts because you guys have Crafter's Companion, which is huge. You have Craft
Yeah.
Stash, which is
But Crafter's
huge.
Companion sells more in the US than here, and it's probably because there's more people crafting in the UK, in the US. But yeah, it's big here. But it's the stuff it's bigger in the US.
Interesting. Yeah, because they've got what's that big show, the UK
Create Craft.
Creating Craft, yeah. And Hunky Dory is also UK, I think.
I don't think I've used any hunky dory stuff, but yeah, they can be quite big, but it's still not as big as the US. I mean, Crafter's Companion. I mean, it's a certain type of product, but I certainly have their Gemini Junior, so it makes getting the plates and all easier, clearly. But and they have got a new Gemini version. I'm looking to get that at some point, but I'm waiting for them to clear out all their kinks, if you like. It's good to have that here, but the other products, most of the US products, very expensive to get over here.
But it is a really good point, Angela, to always contact the company if you do want the products, because I have the same with Pear Blossom Press, to get some of their fancy light buttons. Shipping to Australia was just crazy direct from them, but when I spoke to them, they told me exactly where I could buy them in Australia. So always contact the company and ask them. Yeah,
I mean, because I hadn't heard of Bumblebee Craft before that, and not only that, I managed to get a discount out of it because I got all the clings, so it's a difference. So
well, that's pretty awesome. I love that's a good tip though, also, is to contact the retailer, because they may know who actually in your area actually retails their products for them, even if they don't directly ship. So that's a good tip. Oh, Angela's doing more foiling. Oh, look, Anna's doing some coloring. So let's put Anna up on the big screen here. And oh, that's adorable. What stamp set is that from, Anna?
Yes, so this is actually one of our Australian sponsors, so Uniquely Creative. I'm a really big, super huge fan of their products. I fell in love with them. I'll just show you what the greater set. So this is actually part of a kit that there's some papers, and actually they're an unusual size, but they're an A5 half an A4. So you sort of can get 2 card fronts out of those, or just use the papers however you feel work. And then initially, like I think the set came with just one stamp set, but there were add-ons where you could buy a second stamp set. So I don't know if that's probably a bit funny with this shiny light over the top. And it's all little sporting heroes. So I thought, I've got 2 boys who are very heavily into sport, and I thought what I'd do is make some birthday cards, and maybe, as I said, my major challenge is to see if I can make it a gift card holder as well. So I'm just using these little they're little football boys, which AFL football, I'm not sure if you're aware of that over in the States, but it's actually an Australian sport, so Australian football. And it's sort of, I won't say similar to like a gridiron type of sport, but sort of uses the same style of ball, not as pointy. But yeah, it's a very physical
so
game
when you
that's
say
very
football, is that's not soccer or American football? It's something else?
So no, it's another football altogether. So it's called Australian rules football, is I think its technical name. So actually, it's a combination of like a rugby and a gridiron together, and it has its own set of rules. Like there is tackling, and you can catch and kick the ball. It's just nothing like anything else. And actually, we have one. The team I barrack for very dearly. We have an American playing, if you can believe that. So Mason Cox, I don't know, he's very famous here, and it's funny because when he gets out onto the ground, people actually chant USA, USA. He's very well loved in Australia. He's our American person, so it's really good. So yeah, so what I have done is I have stamped the images on some this is express blending card. I've tried so many different cards, and this is the one that I seem to love and always works well for me. And then using some Copic markers just to colour those in. So my little koalas, they'll be football playing koalas.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Are you able to get Hammermill paper? Because that's another paper that's really good just all around for coloring.
I think on Amazon we can order it in, but I don't even know if it's. Yeah. I have seen that, and I think I must check again, but I think the last time I checked, which was probably a while ago, on Amazon, you could only get it from US Amazon, not from Australian Amazon. And then once again, it's the freight that is just killing you. Like, it makes it super expensive.
That's unfortunate because it's a less expensive.
It's quite
it's less expensive than
I've tried different ones. It is. I mean, I think. Oh yeah. I mean, this is only like. Actually, maybe I should try it because I'm just thinking. I think that little A5 pack is only like 20 sheets, and that's at least I know in Australian dollars like $10 to $15. So that's actually really bad value for money. So, well, maybe the Hammermill won't be so bad. Maybe I should try it.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say because the generally not including shipping, Hammermill is considerably more affordable than it's just got a very friendly price point compared to the exquisite papers, and it can be because I know that can be kind of spendy. So maybe something to look out for. I don't know. It's so interesting. I love of getting everybody's perspective on how, like, crafting, how it is internationally. I feel spoiled being in the US that everything is so readily available to us, and that we have all of these options. It's hard to
Oh, I
it's
know.
hard to or I should say it's easy to forget that that's not the case for everybody. And so it's wonderful that you're part of the team, and that you at least have access to some things, but we should petition for companies to sell
I
more
know. To be more. Yes, I know. I just the postage that so I mean most of the time the products themselves aren't super expensive. You know, they're sort of comparable to what you would buy in Australia for product. It's just that the shipping then becomes, you know, so expensive. Like it's, you know, really ridiculously expensive. So that's the only downside. But
And you know,
yeah.
I hear you.
Oh God, I
Because
forgot.
even ordering from Canadian retailers, and Canada is not that far a neighbor to the United States, but even
Yeah,
then
I know. I
shipping,
thought, oh yeah.
yeah. So I can't imagine. I mean,
That's-
I'm grateful that some of the UK companies like Crafters Companion and Craft Stash, they're big enough to where, you know, they can afford to offer free shipping if you order, you know, past the threshold, which sometimes, well, I'll
Yeah,
be honest,
yeah.
it's easy for me to meet. But at least it's
Yeah.
something. I know that can be hard though for everybody to do. So I definitely appreciate that they have that, but I know not every US company offers that, going the other way.
Well, they always offer like Alternate, because I buy from Alternate a lot. They offer $5, sorry, not even £5, $5 off shipping, and it's shipping sometimes $60. You know, it's not much of a dent. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. All right. Oh, look. Okay, so Steph, are you onto your second card already?
I am, yes.
Oh, that was
Whoa, that's
fast.
fast.
I'm trying to decide. So this is sketch number 8. And I've got a little sentiment here, and I'm trying to think, should I be putting it up the top, or should I more shift everything down and put it down the bottom? What does everyone think?
Well, let's see if the chat, anyone have
Or a completely
suggestions?
different suggestion.
Where does the sentiment belong on Steph's cards? Let us know in the chat. Oh, Cece says that her son plays rugby. He's broken his ankle twice, dislocated his collarbone,
Oh
had
no.
numerous stitches on his face. Man, rugby is a tough sport.
It is.
That's quite hardcore. That sounds crazy. Danny says Catherine Pooler cardstock is her absolute favorite for alcohol marker coloring after trying tons over the years. And Danny does a lot of coloring, so she would definitely know. I've never tried Catherine Pooler cardstock, so I would love to give it a go. So I'll have to be on the lookout for that. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for everyone's comments on having it down the bottom. That it's very helpful. That's where I'll pop it. You see, these decisions are decisions that normally, you know, you dwell on for a few minutes, but on a live and with everyone's input, it's solved within a few seconds.
No, you nailed it on the head. This is why I love crafting live, because we have the benefit of our community and our friends to give us, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth opinions. So I love it. It's funny though, when on your question, it looks like quite a consensus was arrived at. That's not always the case. But it's nice when it isn't the case though, because honestly, that just means you can't go wrong. And
That's true.
Anything would work. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to add some. Oh, Love from Lizzie's, also a UK company that I love. These are so to your point earlier. I think all of you have mentioned it actually. Sometimes the items are not that expensive. Like these Love from Lizzie's pinstripe stickers, I think are like a few bucks each. But to ship them is, kind of crazy expensive. So I never buy them outside of when she offers her free shipping deal, which she does like a couple times a year. So
Oh, very nice. And I love, Lynn, how on your channel you always comment and post about when different companies have sales and special deals, because that, alerts us to them, which I otherwise wouldn't be aware of.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's well, I'm always on the lookout for deals. So, because that's the kind of crafty shopper I am.
Oh yeah,
So
it always feels good to get a good deal.
I know, right? I have to be better at like not buying it just because it's a good deal. That's
I know what you mean. Sometimes
Okay,
it's a
good.
sale. You feel
I'm not the only
compelled.
one.
No, I'm like that, and I think, oh, I've got a good deal, but
Yes, I think we're all
and
guilty.
believe it or not, sometimes I've bought stuff twice. It's sad, but yeah. So I've just started this new thing. If I got something new, I'm putting it in a separate basket, so I will use it, because I think if I use it, then I will remember it and not buy it again.
Does anyone have a good system on trying to remember what they have? So I've heard that people have like an online Excel spreadsheet where they list everything that they have, and then when they buy things, they can or double check at like shows and that sort of thing before they buy things. But I haven't created a list because I feel like I wouldn't even check the list before I buy something.
I have a list for my inks and my Copic markers. So I know which ones I've got the re-inkers, because whenever I go to Malaysia at least every other year, and when I go to Malaysia, I always visit my sister who lives in Singapore, and I've managed to find a place in Singapore where they sell Copic markers and re-inkers for 60% of the price I'd get in the UK.
Wow.
My sister's coming for Christmas. I sent her a list of re-inkers that I need.
That's too funny.
Well, that makes Christmas presents easy then.
That's exactly what she said. The easiest Christmas present for you. That's why when she said that, I'm thinking I'm not going to put too many on the list. I don't want her to feel compelled just to buy it all. But yeah, so I went last year. I I was in Malaysia and Singapore for Christmas, actually, not for Christmas, my birthday. I did go to this place called Art Friends, yeah, and went there a few times until my husband said, "What exactly do they sell?" And when I told him the name of the place, he said, "Say no more. Say no more." So there you
go. Okay, so you've got some answers in the chat, Steph, for how some folks are keeping track. So Sire says Evernote, which Kendra also uses. And Nina, who has called me out for being an enabler, I will proudly wear that badge. She uses a spreadsheet. She says a spreadsheet is too close to work. Okay, so I guess she does not use a spreadsheet. I'll show you my my system, and I find it works for me. So let's see. I just use my phone, and what I do is I actually will. This is so easy. If you're worried about like spreadsheets and how cumbersome they might be, I found this to be super easy, and and it's on my phone, so I have it all the time. So what I do is I have this is my photo library on my phone. And what
Oh,
I do
wow.
when I buy something is I just make these folders, one for each brand. And as well, I have folders by theme.
Wow.
And don't look at like all the different brands I buy from. I've had to swipe several times to get to the end of the list here. Okay, so then I have albums for like, here are my dies that are banners and flag dies. Here are my basic shape dies. Here are slimline dies, because every photo, at least on an Android phone anyways, every photo that you have, it can go into different albums. And
Yeah, yeah.
so you can categorize it into multiple different, by brand, by like, here's all my foil stuff. I have foil by sentiments, foils that have coordinating dies, holidays, so I have all my holiday stuff sorted. And for shopping, because ever since I've done this though, I have not actually bought duplicates. So as long as
Wow.
you're good at like adding stuff. So here's like all my whimsy stuff, and all I do is I just go to their product page and I download their product photo to my phone,
It's a great
and
idea.
and then just add it to all the appropriate albums. So then I have everything by image too, which for me, I'm more visual, so it helps me to see the actual like stamp set as opposed to like the name of the stamp set. So and that makes it easy for me to, like, if I'm looking for something to craft with, to also just see the whole set and be able to see all of the sentiments that come in the set or whatever it is. So so that's what I use, just my phone, and I just download the product images, and it's, free. I think Evernote, you might have to pay for that. And you don't have to like write anything. You just download it and then like save it to
That's
whatever
great.
albums.
Should have known you'd do something techy to keep track of that.
But that's like probably the least techy compared to like a spreadsheet.
Oh yeah, I think a spreadsheet would be, yeah. But I find the spreadsheet, because I don't want to buy multiples of reinkers or any Copic markers. So
Yeah.
that's something I started because of that. Yeah. But my
I could
stamps
totally
and my
see.
dies, I don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kendra brings up a good point, because like Evernote will let her search, and like phone searches for photos, it's getting a lot better these days. So I've found that actually, like, if I search for a word, it will actually find that word in the photo of the stamp set or the image of the stamp set. It's not 100% though, but it's definitely getting better. Oh, hello, Sandy. She's joining us from Maine. Welcome, my friend. So for my regular Crafty Fun viewers, check it out. I've created 2 cards. Sometimes it's a struggle for me to finish one.
Already. Very good. Well, I'm on my second card.
Oh, awesome. Can we see your first card? I think I missed when you finished your first one, Angela. Oh, beautiful.
That's sketch number 8, and I'm on doing sketch number 13 now.
Oh, lovely. Oh, did you make those alcohol
I'm
ink
going to have
panels?
to get a super quick move on. I'm still coloring.
Oh, no worries, Anna. Do not feel rushed. Oh, I almost bought that.
Alcohol ink backgrounds paper pack from Altenew. I absolutely love it. So you can see I've used so much. I probably need to get another one of these. These are one of my favorites. So I do use a lot of it.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
And I cut this flower using the rose florist. My the channel, you'll know I use this a lot. So I use it from one paper. I just got various colors, so they kind of all coordinate. So that's kind of why I use it from the same paper set.
Oh, that's such a good idea to die cut out of it, and then you don't have to color.
Well, I find that when I do that, get stuff from the same paper pack, the colors kind of coordinate together really well. I mean, because it's hard to get a perfect cardstock or ink. But the thing that I like is Catherine Pooler pattern papers. They always suggest what inks can complement the pattern papers, and they do. So I tend to die cut everything in white and just use my ink for it. So that's kind of what I do for that. But
it is really nice that there are so many brands that have their own ink line and paper line and all of that, because they do tend to coordinate really well. So if you are a fan of the brand, and you have like all the things from them,
it
does make
well.
it easy. Yeah.
But it's hard to get all inks. So I've kind of just limited myself to, the distress inks, Catherine Fuller inks, and Old New inks. I just can't get all of it. So you kind of need to know what you like and just go with that.
Right. And I don't think anyone needs like all the inks either. So it just pick the ones that you like, and and then go with it. Yeah. Meg says congrats, Lynn. Yes, she knows. Sometimes I get very chatty and I can't finish a card, but I did do a lot of prep, and I'm keeping my cards pretty simple because I'm using sometimes it's easy just to have nice simple cards in your stash. And I'm actually using this stamp set this is a really nice stamp set, folks. This is Altenew. They are a super sponsor of ours, and look at all of these sentiments that you got. And I love that you get they're not large, but like longer, what are they called, like verses. So you could put these on the inside of the card. I'm using some of them. I'm actually using them on the outside. But I love that there's a few different ones for all sorts of occasion all year round. So we've got birthday, we've got a couple for thank you, we have some sympathy ones, we have some holiday ones. And so you've got like the big bold sentiment, but then you've got these more verse style sentiments that are like a little bit longer and great for the inside. I'm using them on the outside, so you can use them wherever you'd like. But I just love the variety, and I just love the more verbose sentiments too, because I feel like then I don't have to write as much, to be honest. So I love that. I don't know if this Beautiful Inside is the name of it, if anyone's interested. And then I've got an alphabet die set, so I've used that along with this paper pack, which this was kind of my first time trying papers from Altenew, so I was surprised when I discovered this, and I love it. So for folks who are longtime fans of Altenew papers, you probably already knew about this, but what I really love about their papers is that it's 80-pound cardstock, so nice layering weight. But here's what's cool. So if you notice this print here, it's on the back of this paper here. So these two are not identical front to back. And why I think that's really cool is that if you wanted like 4 sheets of this design, you could use 4 sheets of this design, but still have some of the other colors. Because oftentimes when a lot of paper pads, they have the exact same front and back. And so if you love both, you always have to sacrifice one. Whereas here, like if I really love this purple, but I need like this checkered pattern, I don't have to sacrifice all the purples because purple is going to be somewhere else. Purple is on the back of this one. So I've got some extra purples from here. Hope that makes sense. I thought that was really cool. I've never seen a paper pet designed this way. Am I the only one geeking out about that?
No, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love that aspect of it, especially with this alcohol in background, because I like all of them.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, that was my thought too, is that like if you really love all of something, you know, you never, I mean, you might have to sacrifice a little bit, but it's not a complete sacrifice. So, because I find that to be the biggest struggle sometimes, using my pattern papers, I like love both sides, and what ends up happening is it's like Sophie's choice. I can't decide which one to sacrifice. So I end up not using it.
I know I've gotten over this whole saving my pattern paper. I'm not sure what I'm saving it for. So I've kind of got over that ever since I started Kendra Cut Challenges, I must say. So yeah. And I also use a lot of the matching, the darker pattern paper in the pack for my mats. I have various ways of doing my mats, so I do use that mat. I think it's very cohesive, the colors. It kind of all matches and looks pretty. So yeah, I kind of just go with it. No more saving, just use it. Because it just allows me to buy more then.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Without guilt.
Use it up. Oh, okay, so Shauna Makes It says, I use a Word doc with a table of contents so I can move quickly through for all of my materials. That's how she's organizing. Oh, I love getting all these tips.
One thing I do, because I haven't got any formal way of actually, organizing myself like with any Excel spreadsheets or anything like that. But actually, I like to cull my products quite regularly and turn them over so that because there's some things that you love and you sort of use, and then you think, oh, you're sort of over it sooner than. So actually, I will go to like crafty stashes and just recycle and then go and get something else that I can use, so that I don't end up with lots of bits and pieces. And it's also a good way to save some money as well, because you're usually buying and selling stuff that's secondhand that's still quite good, but you don't need to keep so much stuff all the time, because as I said, like I really have to watch what I have, because I can't always store all of it, and it makes me feel like I'm getting something fresh all the time.
Oh, that's a great idea. So do you sell, like, de-stash and sell, or is that how you're culling it, or are you?
Yeah, so the company. Oh no, yeah. So some there's a craft store that does like twice a year have like you can just sort of set up a table and sell. It's not all, I don't always make money because I always end up spending it again. But I'm swapping my products out so I can use different things. I have to always say, do I really need it? And it's really bad because some things are so super cheap, so it's always a very good test to see what willpower you have, but definitely it's sort of a great way to sort of keep stock of actually what you have as well, because you're always sort of going through it and knowing. And I just think like sometimes you might end up with 3 trimmers when you really don't need 3. It's just stuff like that. Get rid of that as well. But no, it's great. And yeah,
Anna, you're a lot better at that than me. I go to the
organizational
de-stashes.
plan is to just keep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a good tip, is to cycle through. Yeah, but that's a good tip. I like it. I am a person with 3 trimmers, by the way. Probably 4 or 5.
Oh, I've got probably. I was just going to say, well, actually, I think up until my last de-stash, I had. Well, the thing is, I actually like a guillotine better than a trimmer myself, but sometimes you need a trimmer for some things. So so there's always an occasion for both.
See, there because yeah, exactly, because there's like
that's what I tell myself
nuances. Well, I agree with you because there are nuances
Absolutely,
to
there is. Well, sometimes you have to make a slit. You need to make a slit, not end to end, but within a piece of paper. So you can't do that with a guillotine.
Exactly.
It's very complicated. I
Yep.
have tried and it doesn't work.
I know
really
we're such
doesn't work.
we're crafters. We get it. We get it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no need to explain.
But it is a good idea though to just continue to kind of rotate your stash out, and that way you're getting fresh new to you things, and you kind of have you just keep the things that you actually use. So I like that. I wish there was a place near me, because so that sounds like a place specific for kind of swapping, I guess. Is that right?
So it's actually like it's a small craft store, just
Okay.
a private label. And they do run classes and so on. They have like another little sort of shop front, or I suppose where they run their classes, and they just sort of open that up and just set up sort of trestle tables where you can just set up a like a folding table, which they provide too. They're really great. They're a really great store. Little Bits for anyone that's in Melbourne. I'll give them a plug. And also there's another company that sort of runs sort of like paper crafting shows, picture to page, and they've actually started doing de-stashes as well, like a couple of times a year. And I haven't been to that one. I think Steph, you went to that one there, but I couldn't make it. One of the dates they had, so I hadn't been to it. But I was like, oh, might need to go to this one.
Oh, is it strictly
and
just
they apparently had some
de-stashing your
really good. They
goods,
had
or
some
do people?
companies like online companies. Look, it does say swap, but I haven't seen anyone swap. I think people really are there to just sell their
Yes,
stuff.
it's
And
not.
some
You're not
stuff is
allowed
so
to go
cheap
there to have a shop.
that it's crazy.
Okay, so it's not to sell like your good, like the things you make. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
no.
If
It's
you make
purely
handmade
just
cards,
to
can you sell that?
Yeah. No. Ideally, I don't know that they. I don't believe.
No,
so,
you're not allowed
I
to.
I have not seen anyone do that. You're definitely not allowed to. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it is
No.
purely just to sell, your supplies, tools and supplies. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. It's something different, a different sort of spot to rather than just not using it, someone else can use it, or it's good to sort of move your products around.
Now, I have to admit, I'm doing sketch 3 at the moment, and I have slightly cheated.
Oh, tell us.
So, to simplify it, and Anna's gone through this really well. Yes, you went through this really well on your video hop. So, anyone who wants to see the proper way to do it, just check out Anna's video. But really, I've just cut the 4 different sizes and then cut them in
it's
half.
Only one.
So then I've just I'll just stick them down like that, and that way my 2 semicircles will be the same, but in Kendra's sketch it actually alternates. So you cut it in half, and then you cut the bigger half of the circle first. Oh, there we are. Cut the bigger half of the circle first, and then the other half you'd then cut the smallest circle. So for this pattern paper, you can see that you've got half of a large semicircle, and then the other half of the paper you would then take this and cut it out as you can see on the other half circle, like on a smaller one. So you'd get then your next die and cut a smaller circle out of it. And that way they're sort of opposites to each other, which looks really nice. But if you want just a quick, easy way to do it, just cut 4 different size circles and cut them in half.
I do it your way. That's not cheating. I think that's a that's valid.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's valid. That's how I do it. That way, you just have to do it the one time. You just have to cut the one set of circles. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Love it. I love it. Hey, Delise Stamper Girls in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Yeah, sketch 3 might be my favorite, if we're allowed to have favorites. I don't know if we're allowed.
Oh yeah, we're allowed to have favorites for sure. I have a challenge for everyone actually. I've pulled out 2 of my old scrapbook ones that I've actually created for this Christmas. So I haven't got pictures in them yet, but let's see if I can zoom out. Does anyone remember what Kendra's card challenge this design is from?
Oh my.
So you've got a bit of paper that's got you got an angle here. You've got the next bit and then the pattern paper up the top. And it was a matching 2 cards in one. And then the bit that you've cut out from the other pattern paper is used on the next one. And it was this sort of shape.
Oh.
Like a sun ray. So
I'm going to say
3.
it's 8 or 9.
Yeah, I recognize the sun rays. I think 8. That's my guess. 8. No, Kendra, you can't play.
Yeah, I think it's 8.
I think it was 9. Yeah.
Okay, Angela's gonna go 9. Chat, do we have guesses from the chat? Anyone recognize those sketches? No, I don't think so, Sire. Sire says 10. Oh wait, it could be 10.
No,
I made a set of cards. I made a set of cat scrappiness
with
cards.
8.
You're gonna hold firm on 8. I think 8.
Yep.
Maybe 9. 10 seems too recent. Oh, this is tough. Let's see if there are more guesses. Danny says, I'm guessing one that I haven't done. Yeah.
Actually, no, it might be 9. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I don't
I
see
think
any
it's
more
8.
guesses.
I know the set of cards I made for that.
Me too, right? I remember I made that with cat scrappiness papers, and there was cats. So wait, hold on. Ooh, it was the possum cats release. So when did we release? Oh, that was recent. That was just.
I'm gonna say no, it's 8.
No, I'm gonna change to 9. I'm gonna change to 9. Yes. I don't know. This is so hard. Let's see if Kendra gets it right. Kendra,
yeah, come on, Kendra.
Kendra, guess without looking it up, please. I would think it's harder for Kendra to keep them straight because she designs them. Delise, the thanks is from this. It's an alphabet die set. Tall alpha die from Altenew. Okay. Oh man, I should have stuck with 8. Okay, that's Kendra's guess. All right, staff. Let us know what it is. Oh, Steph, you're muted. I don't know if you're talking. I'm like, Steph, you're holding us in suspense. She might have popped out.
Maybe she's gone to travel check.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah.
All right, so
So I'm pretty much done with my third card. I just need to put it all together.
oh my gosh, your third?
Oh yeah, I kept
You're
them pretty simple.
You're
Oh
flying.
my goodness,
Well,
you
you
are a speedy crafter.
well, I don't know about simple considering you foiled. So foiling is such a great way to kind of elevate any.
It makes it look
well organized.
prettier. Yeah, with
Very well
less effort, it makes it look pretty, I think. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. Great easy way. And what a great idea to foil pattern paper. So I know Pink and Main has gotten into the foil game, and they do a lot of foilable panels, and I think they too have a black and white paper pad for doing exactly as you just did.
Try it with all black and white paper pads, because you never know it'll work. I mean, kind of got it by accident, so it just might work, it might not work. So
yeah, because I know Pink and Main does one specific. That I don't know. Is the Ultimate one specific for foiling? Did they say?
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Only when I got my laminator, once I get it, I just try foiling everything. I mean, there were a lot of fails. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, you just gotta.
Well, I think that's a good point. That just experimenting. It's just a bit of paper, right? So it's always it's always nice to just do a little bit of experimentation. And okay, so Steph is back and moving. So
yeah, sorry, internet issues, but we've got it sorted. I froze. So it is Kendra's card challenge number 8.
Oh,
it is 8.
Kendra.
I should not have changed my answer. Good job, Kendra. She
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love all the challenges, but yeah, I definitely love number 8 as well. Every time a new one comes out, I think it's my new favorite,
Yeah, for sure. Well, I definitely love this one for for all the circles. So that's why I picked this pattern paper because none of the sketch I'm using today doesn't feature circles, but I just have been on a little kick of using circles because so many of the sketch ones this time around feature circles, which is fun. It's different, and it kind of softens your card a little bit, so that not everything is those sharp corners.
I've got a few of my circle dies. I've got a little magnet thing on my table. I've got these circle dies on my desk because I use it all the time for Kendra cards. Whether it's there or not, when there's a shape, I tend to go with circles. So I tend to use circles, the 2, 2.5, and all of that, just readily available.
Oh yeah,
that's pretty.
Debbie just joined us. So hi, Debbie, welcome. Yep. So Kendra says Pink and Main has colored toner sheets for the reverse foiling. Oh, that's kind of cool.
That's cool. That's nice. That will go great with these laminator things. Because I've tried for one of my videos for the sponsors, I've done the foiling sheets from what's that? Gina K.
Yes.
So
yes.
So I've used that. So that's where once your laminator is out, and now I've got a space for it. It's always finding space that is easily obtainable. So I'll probably use more of it. I like it. It just gives you like almost quick, lovely look, almost like hot foiling. But and I'm gonna try my press thing soon. It's not in stock in the UK for now, So I'm going to try that. What's that called? Press something. I can't remember. Better press. That's right. A bit
Oh,
late
cool.
today. But yeah, so yeah, it's just different things. It took me forever to get into hot foiling, and then when I got into it, and I just got into this laminator foiling earlier this year. So yeah,
Oh, you have both. So how do you like? Do you prefer one over the other?
I like both of them, but there's more product that I have more product for hot foiling because I've been doing hot foiling since last year, mid last
Mhm.
year. I got hot foiling in the pandemic actually. It's always scared me a bit, to be honest, because it looks like a lot, but once you start using it, I mean, I got in the whole thing of how to store it, because each of the hot foils have got slightly different heat for me anyway, to get the perfect hot foiling. And I use my hammer mill paper for all my hot foiling because that seems to be the best. Or the smoother the
Yeah.
paper, the better. But yeah, and I make a note. Some of it is 20 seconds on medium. Some of it is 30 seconds on medium. So to to make sure I don't waste a lot of foil, I start keeping notes on all my hot foils in the tube itself. It's easy for me. But yeah, I like hot foiling, and once I start hot foiling, my goodness, I can't stop because once the machine is on, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna, Steph, do either of you like foiling of any kind?
I
Well,
think
in
Anna's
fact,
just got a new
actually,
machine.
I was just going to bring it up, but I was just concentrating it. I have. I just yes, I was trying to concentrate and line up, and I couldn't talk, but I was back into say yes. Just recently, I bought a mink machine that was on special. They were clearing them out, so I got it
Oh,
really quite
nice.
really discounted. So I've had a little play with it. It seems to work. But I've just got to sit down and really have a good play. So that's great to know about that that Hamel paper. I think I'm going to have to buy it because it seems to be good for everything. I'll
And
so
buy a
Angela,
whole
thanks
ream of
for
it.
that tip on the
Buy a whole
foiling.
ream of it.
Yeah,
Because I bought a whole ream of it.
you buy?
Easy.
Where do you buy yours, Angela?
I bought 2 reams ages ago. I need to check because I've still got like a whole load of it left. But I'm pretty sure I got it from somewhere in the UK. I did pay a lot of packaging
Okay, yeah.
shipping for it because it's quite heavy. But I got 2 rims of 250 or was it 125? I can't remember.
Okay.
But I still have a lot left. But I only
Yeah.
use it for hot foiling because I use Express blending card for
Okay.
alcohol inks, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's from Australia. Express blending it.
Yeah.
Express
Yeah.
Express it blending card. That's right.
I think it is. That's what I use, and I find it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've got a packet here. I don't know where it. Oh yeah, made in Australia. Oh, yes, quite locally to me actually. Not too
I'm
far
thinking
away.
how lucky for the Australians
in
because
Melbourne.
it is expensive to get it here.
On their door and
Maybe
yeah.
Maybe that's why it's so expensive.
Just say,
Maybe
can I
that's
have
why
a whole heap of it?
Maybe that's why Express It is so expensive for me and so affordable for you.
But Crafters Companion do some alcohol marker things, and I've got a few of those as well.
Yeah.
The marker cards, quite a few of them are quite good. So I tend to go with whatever's on sale, whatever's easily. But I tend to buy these things in bulk. So I have a lot of it, so much that I forget where I get it from. Like I used to get these, what do you call these things?
Yeah.
These things, what do you call them? The foam.
Oh, foam
thingy.
tape?
Yeah. Pre-pandemic, I got like 2 of them, and ages
ago
the foam I got tape, it. They finished.
You mentioned.
And they've just like I think doubled or tripled in price post-pandemic. So it's a bit crazy because I don't buy them for a long time, and then suddenly when I go back to them, I'm like, oh my goodness.
Well, I think that's the case for a lot of things, just like not even craft, right? Just the
everything,
economy.
Yeah. Exactly. School fees have gone up suddenly. The UK is still really challenging us, but there you go.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of hammer mill, I bought an entire case of it. We're not just talking like 1 ream or 2 reams. We're talking like 6.
Oh well, it's good for you to get that
like
level
a 5.
Yeah.
Oh god.
okay. I don't
Yeah.
feel so bad. I got 2.
Yeah, don't feel bad. But
Oh, well,
the
if I
thing
find
is,
something like that I know that I use, sometimes easier.
yeah, because it's paper. You're
Yeah.
gonna need the paper.
Paper, double-sided tape, fun foam. You're going to use all these things up. And I use my liquid glue. What do you call these things? This clear crafted glue or some this thing. I use this, and I buy a whole because it's quite
art
expensive
glitter.
as well. Yeah,
Art
I
glitter glue.
so I bought a whole big refill thing. So I just
Yeah.
fill it up. Yeah.
Yep.
So I tend to look at it that way instead of buying tiny ones.
Yeah, because for sure, when you get things in bulk, the price point goes down. So
yeah, and
it's
less
just
hassle of looking for it.
well, there's that too. Yeah, but there's also like paper itself has fluctuated in price quite a bit too throughout
Yeah.
this pandemic period of ours. So
Yeah. Hard to get stuff.
yeah, so when I saw it available, I was like, I'm just gonna get an entire case because it's a really good price. And
sense.
Angela, I don't know if you've tried alcohol marker coloring with it, but it works really well.
With chamomile, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not tried it because I've used specific. I've got a section in my craft room where I've got all kinds of paper, and I've put against it what to use it for. It's nuts, actually. So yeah, I tend to use like Strathmore Bristol for ink blending, Strathmore mixed media for some ink blending and some color pencils, and then I've got my Arches XL for or Canton's XL for watercolor. So very specific, but I will try alcohol blending for chamomile because I have a lot of it still. So yeah.
Try it because especially if it's a good price point for you because it's super smooth. So the same properties that make it great for foiling make it great for alcohol marker coloring too.
Makes sense.
So there was a question if the fuse, has anyone gotten the fuse? Is that who put that out? Somebody said something. Because that's a new machine. Is it Gina K?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that on Instagram. Yeah, it is Gina K.
Okay.
What is that for? Foiling, is it? Because she's got a lot of foiling stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to see if anyone in the chat has tried it. That's so funny. Delia says we should do a hot foiling live and include Kendra, so she has to get hers out of the box because she's still got her glimmer machine in the box. Yeah, Kendra, you definitely need to get that out and use it. Let's see.
I mean, hot foiling and foiling can be quite daunting. For me, it was anyway. I think I must have seen a gazillion videos before I got a hot foiling machine. So it's quite a lot to do too. Can be daunting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I kind of feel like hot foiling is more reliable than transfer foil. So
well, because transfer foil depends on the quality of the toner. So sometimes when I print it with I've got a laser printer, and I print it with my laser printer. If the toner, and I don't know how to change the toner, I have to rely on my husband to change it. He'll say, "Oh, you don't have to change it so often," but you have to if you want to have good printing for transfer foil. Because as the toner gets a bit not so strong, I notice the transfer foil doesn't work as well, which is why I prefer using this pattern paper for it. Because my husband's very tight; he won't change the toner easily, and I don't know how to do it. So I tend to do all my printing when the toner's just been changed. There you go.
That's so funny. Well, and it's not just that. By the way, welcome Dawn. She just joined us. The thing is that with the toner, there's different printer settings also that can help you with that, because especially, and it just depends on the design, because if you're printing with something with very fine lines, it's not enough toner to really melt and grab the foil. So it can be very hard to yeah, exactly, because you just can't get consistent results. So it's tough.
So
Whereas
what do you do when you have digital images that with very fine lines? Do you just like print and color? Is that what you do? Because I tend to foil a lot of my digital images.
Oh yeah. I just print and color. So
Yeah.
like
Okay.
inkjet and then alcohol marker coloring, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but that's because I have so much transfer foil, but I really don't use it. Mostly
I got
because of
a lot of it now.
yeah. Well, it's just so unreliable, but it'll be interesting to try to pick up a black and white paper pad though and do what you did
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sure they're
hoping it
using
works with
like
all of it, but it depends. You got to try. It may or may not work. So I tried on another one and it didn't work. So it's trial and error. So
yeah.
we got lots
Well,
of errors. So yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? So you're because
Exactly.
the paper's
Yeah.
still gonna work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Exactly.
so you haven't harmed anything. So I love the spirit of just like trying. Just
No, but sometimes what happens, it's spotty. So I did one that was spotty, and I just took it as a distressed panel. So you might not be perfect. Like this is like perfect coverage. So there's one I did. I can't because I got lots of pattern paper. I don't know which company it was from. It was very spotty the way the foil transferred, and I just used it anyway because I used it for distressed background. So it really depends.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point because even if it's not a perfect transfer, that's kind of a look also. So, which yeah, Kendra asked which foiling do you
Just with
prefer?
that
Yeah.
black and white paper, Angela.
Sorry. Sorry, what was the question?
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, with the black and white paper you use, is the actual paper shiny or is it quite matte?
It's quite shiny. It's quite thick as well.
That ultra new paper that you use, the black and white one, is it shiny or a matte paper?
The black bits can be a little bit shiny, but it's generally matte but slightly shiny. Not overly shiny, but slightly shiny.
Yep.
Okay. But it's obviously very high in the toner element in the black bits because the foil transfer is very solid. Solid, yeah.
Yeah,
I was get that all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised when you did the reveal. I was like, "Wow, you're gonna hot foil live?"
Actually, I don't mind hot foiling live now because I'm actually a lot more confident in hot foiling.
I know. I was going to say.
And also because I know which hot foils work for which amount of time. So I use the foil press machine, which has got 3 settings, and I noticed that for negative hot foiling, which is where you take the image and you put it in your like a solid metal plate, you put the higher setting, you get a better coverage. So I've noticed that, and I know the setting and the timing for each of the each foil tube, though they can all be from either say Spellbinders or Alternate or wherever, they can be slightly different, and I've come to understand it's because the pigment is different. So like teal is a little bit more challenging, gold is easier, polished brass is a little bit different. So it's just learning and understanding these things, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, if you for anyone who has the Glimmer machine, though, I will say the Glimmer specialty paper by Spellbinders is very consistently reliable.
Yeah.
Which is not surprising. Well, I should say consistently reliable if you're using their foil. I've never really had a problem, even though their Glimmer paper, it's actually a lighter paperweight than, because up until then, Hammer Mill was my go-to for glimmering. But their paper, I think their Glimmer specialty paper is 80-pound, and I use the 100-pound Hammer Mill, and I used to get really consistent results until I started using the Spellbinders paper, and it's like super good, spot on, like really. If anything on Hammer Mill, I used to get just a smidge of over foiling, but you don't get that with their paper, which is good considering it's theirs. like if the whole system is theirs, right? The machine, the paper,
Yeah.
and the foil, you would think it all works.
Well, exactly. Which is why when I'm getting the better press thing, I'm also getting a platinum 6 because I've got a big shot, but I've certainly got to put a lot of additional stuff to make it work. You know, I mean, I was thinking, oh, stay pain and
Hi,
it's frustrating.
Susan. Welcome. She said, "What did I happen upon here?" Just a bunch of us crafting and chatting. At the moment, we're chatting about foiling. Yeah, the thing with foils though is, well, I mean, this is kind of what I'll say for any brand. If you are starting anything out, definitely try like the whole line,
Yeah.
because you're
For
gonna
best
get the
results.
most successful results because they've
Yeah.
tested it to all work.
Yeah.
So, like the better press for you, Angela, getting into it, definitely try the Spellbinders cotton card and their ink. But with the better press specifically, I did a whole multi kind of series of videos on just
Oh, did you?
exploring
I
it
need to watch
with
it.
with all of the inks that I have, with different cotton card, because once if you're looking for very consistent results, start with whatever that company puts out in their line of things, right?
Makes
And
sense.
then you'll see what the results should be as a benchmark to compare against, and then just explore other things. So I actually don't use the Spellbinders cotton card for most of what you see in my videos because
Oh.
I've found another brand that's just more affordable. So
Oh, good.
yeah,
Is that
so
from
it's
the US or from the UK?
well, it's Amazon US, so it may not be available to you, but I'm just saying, like in general, shop what is available to you and explore. But I would always recommend, whether it's foiling, better press, or anything, like try what that brand puts out first, and
Okay.
then that should give you the best results. And then start to explore beyond that so that you can see, what else comes close to those results, because you don't always have to use their brand stuff. You can often get very good consistent results with other brands, and maybe more affordable options as well. So
Yeah. Well, I didn't know there's other type of cotton paper. I did look at the whole thing. It's a lot to get for a better press, but yeah. But yeah, I'll check your videos out because I do. Once I get my machine, I'll be watching lots of videos.
right. Well, and the thing is that, at least for hot foiling, so many companies make different hot foil plates, but not all of them have the same dimension or thickness as the Spellbinders. So that's why I mean, like, if you have the Glimmer machine, stick to to start anyways with, their Glimmer specialty paper, their hot foil rolls, their Glimmer plate, because it's going to be easier. They've tested everything to work in conjunction, but obviously, especially with hot foil now, so many companies make different plates. They make it to different specifications because there are a lot of different foiling machines. And Better Press now, I mean, Altenew sells Better Press plates now, which are available on the Spellbinders site. So now I think it's just a matter of time that other brands are going to be putting out Better Press plates. Yeah. So Sire asked me, what cardstock do I use for my better press? So first off, regular cardstock works beautifully. So my Hammermill 100-pound, the digital color copy paper, I mean, that seems to be like my catch-all paper for all things, because it glimmers beautifully. It, alcohol marker coloring is beautiful on it. It is great to better press onto, and it's a nice weight if you want to use it for card bases as well. And so I've had good luck with that. But in terms of the cotton card that I use, which is what Spellbinders recommends, like 100% cotton cardstock, it's called, the brand is Crane's Lectra. And if you bring up any of my better press videos, I'll have it listed, because I'm always trying to always call out the fact that I'm not using the Spellbinders one. And so I generally, if I don't say it in my videos, I generally like to link to it, because it is a more affordable option. And and the results are really good. I mean, if I took side by side using everything else the same except for the paper, I will readily admit that the Spellbinders paper is actually slightly better. It's actually a little bit thicker too. It's 118 pound as compared to the 110 that is the Crane's Lectra. But for the price difference, I mean, I can buy a ton of the Crane's Lectra for like a fraction of the price. So it's, to me, worth it. Like the difference in quality is so marginal. It's way more worth it to get the price difference. So that's definitely that's my go-to. So Delise wants to know, I think this is for you, Anna. In the Aussie Sports stamp set, is that a hot dog?
Run away.
Is that a hot dog wrapped in a
yeah,
pizza
so actually
slice?
what's so let me have a look here. Sorry. So what it is? Actually, you know what? I think it is. Which is, I don't know if I can. Oh, where are we? That there. I think it is.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Wow, that's good eyes.
Actually, you know what it might be? I'm thinking it could actually be in bread. It could be actually in a piece of like square bread. So I don't know if this is just an Aussie thing. We have sausage sizzles. Where you cook lots of sausages on the barbecue, like a lot of sporting events, like, you know, community sports and stuff. They'll barbecue sausages on a barbecue, and then you get a slice of bread and you eat it in a slice of bread. So it's sort of a square piece and it sort of goes across. And one of our hardware companies here, they do like a fundraising sausage sizzle each weekend, so different community groups can come and raise money when people come to get all their hardware and home, you know, improvement stuff. But yes, that's I'll say that it's actually sausage and bread. So part of this, I think,
like
you know, the coordinating stamp set
really
has like a
just
barbecue fit.
a slice of toast, like bread, like sliced bread toast, kind of. Not like a bun or anything, barbecue bun or hot dog bun?
Toasted. It's not toasted, but it is. No, just a slice of bread. So it's not toasted, but it is like a toast,
right?
like
But
you know,
like that. Bread. Oh,
you'll have to do it. This is like one of the, yeah, and usually what they do is they slice onions as well if you going super fancy, and they cook the barbecue, like the onions on the barbecue as well. The barbecue unlike obviously a flat plate, not like an open grill, or you'll lose all your onions through the. It is the most delicious, yummy. Like when you smell those, you know, the sausages and the onions cooking, it's very hard to walk by without getting one. But that's a really super Aussie thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So So actually, what I'll show you. This is like a little booklet that comes with this set if you buy it as a kit. So,
oh, how cool.
So this is typical of, like, you know, obviously you can do a little barbecue sort of set. But there's a few different things in this one here. That has like the tomato. We call it tomato sauce on your snag.
I was like, tomato sauce.
your sausage. Tomato sauce. So yeah, I know it's, you know, we have to for our same thing. So yes,
that sounds so much more fancy than ketchup.
Yes. Well, some people get really fancy and make their own tomato sauce, but you've got to, you know, I think that's getting a bit too fancy. You've got to just, you know, rough it a bit and just use store-bought stuff.
How funny.
So I have, in fact, finished a card.
Yay!
Finally finished one card,
Oh,
so that's what my finished card, and that is sketch number
beautiful.
4. Sketch 4. So that's
Oh, I
my
love it.
cute little koala playing football. Happy birthday!
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I might try and make a quick little gift. He's so cute. Oh, they're images that they
Interesting.
do are just so cute. I find it so adorable. Yeah. So there's some
So
Australian culture there for you. If you ever
yeah,
come here,
Delise says Delise
oh,
says that
yeah.
that's how she eats her hot dogs with sliced bread in Puerto Rico. So it's not just Australian. I guess it's a it's a thing in Puerto
Oh
Rico
my
too.
goodness. No, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, some people will still have them in a way, but it's very traditional just to have it in a slice of bread.
So in
Oh,
Puerto Rico, what do you have with it? Do you have tomato sauce and onions as well, or something different?
well,
I've been
okay,
through.
so we'll wait for Delise to answer that. But Danny said that in the old days from her youth, they used to eat with bread too, because buns were expensive and for restaurants. That's true. Sliced bread is a lot more cost effective than buns. Interesting. I love all of this. Oh,
As you
Debbie's got
said,
to
we always
run.
talk about food.
I know we do. My streams do devolve to food talk eventually. I'm always very curious about what everybody's eating and having for dinner. Although we were chatting earlier, so for folks in the chat, just give you a little behind the scenes. We often do like a little technical kind of dry run just to make sure everybody knows how to connect to the live stream and all of that. And we were saying how we always eventually start talking food as much as we love to craft. We're also a very foodie bunch here, and so we were joking that we're so international today. Everybody's going to be having different meals. Angela's probably having like a midnight snack. I'm having like lunch / dinner, and Anna and Steph are just getting up to breakfast and having their morning coffee. So we're all over the place in terms of meals.
I'll need. Actually, I haven't had breakfast yet today.
Oh no!
I'll have to have it shortly.
Oh, that's funny. Susan said the same. We did
excited
hot
to
dog on a
eat.
piece of Wonder Bread. Oh. That's funny. Oh, Sire too. Oh, this is very popular. Sire says I typically eat hot dog and bread.
Never have buns and.
Huh. I love this. Well, Kendra,
you'll have to get
Aussies...
off, and once you finish here, you'll have to go get some sausages.
Yeah, right? Seriously. So Kendra, apparently the Aussies call ketchup tomato sauce. It's right? Did I understand that right? It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
They do that in Malaysia as well.
Yeah.
Ketchup is tomato sauce, yeah.
Oh, you know what I just got turned on to? Banana ketchup.
Ugh, sounds horrible.
Don't give it a try. I think it's like a Filipino cuisine, and it got recommended to me by another crafty friend here, Helen, Crafty Mama Diaries, but then several other people vouched for it. Cynthia vouched for it as well, and I got it. It's delicious. It doesn't taste like banana. It's red. It's really good. It's nice.
Ah, okay.
Try it.
Is it sweet or savory?
It is. It's very much like ketchup or tomato sauce, but it is a little bit, I would say, a little bit sweeter, and the texture is a little bit different. The banana does something to it. I'm not sure. Everybody's like, banana ketchup? No, it's a thing. It's really good. Like, Helen and Cynthia said they have it with their this came up. I don't want to bring this up because folks are gonna hate me, but this came up in the conversation about eating fried chicken with ketchup. Because apparently I'm like the only one who does it, except for my fellow Asian friends who eat fried chicken with ketchup and rice.
Well, it's an Asian thing. They do it in Malaysia as well, but personally, I've never used the ketchup element of it. Never liked ketchup, but yeah, it is common in Malaysia to do
Well,
fried chicken with
okay,
sauce.
I'll tell you why I in my own defense, folks. So I'm not gonna rattle into this, but I feel the need to defend myself because here in the States we have, and I think they're somewhat global, but I don't know where all they are. We have a fried chicken chain called Popeyes, which is a competitor to Kentucky Fried Chicken. As a kid, we didn't often. Yeah,
I've
we
tried
didn't
that in Malaysia.
often go. Oh, you have? Okay. So, so Popeyes, they do fried chicken, and as a kid, we don't go out to eat all that often, especially not fast food, because my mom's a great cook. But if we did go out or get some fast food, it was Popeyes. And every time we ordered, we would order fried chicken, biscuits and mashed potatoes, the whole thing. And they always, I'm talking about 100% always included like a handful of ketchup packets. So what else are we supposed to eat the ketchup with? We ordered fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and buttermilk biscuits. You're not going to put it on the biscuits or the mashed potatoes. So if it's included, I figure you eat it with the fried chicken.
Well,
right?
in the KFC in Malaysia, they always give you little sachets of tomato ketchup as well.
Yeah.
So many people in Malaysia, when they have KFC, they have it with ketchup.
Exactly. See, it just makes sense to me if they're gonna include it. We're like an Asian family. We don't know what you eat with what, but if that's what's being provided to us, we're gonna eat everything. So, and it was only as an adult.
If it makes you feel any better. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, if it makes you feel any better, one of my sons, he loves chicken, like fried chicken, and he always has it with tomato sauce.
Yes.
I'm grossed out by it, but he loves it.
Good on him.
So you're not alone.
That's lovely, Steph.
He'll be very someone else is.
Yes, let him know it's not weird. It's the way to do it.
To me, ketchup or tomato sauce. To me, it's something you put on if the food doesn't taste good. It's like a tomato flavor.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Wait. So when you eat your fries,
actually, this son loves it.
If you eat fries, what do you dip your fries in ketchup or tomato sauce?
Well, sometimes, like these days, there's this burger joint that serves like a mayonnaise sauce with it. It's like a salted mayonnaise sauce, which is a really nice on fries.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wait, this is gross. Oh, Kendra. Kendra says, I eat ketchup on mashed potatoes with meatloaf. No, that's weird.
Oh, I love that. No. I'll join you with that, definitely. Anything that is welcome. Tomato sauce or ketchup.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cyrus, like maybe there are people who eat ketchup and mashed potatoes. No.
Yeah, maybe you're meant to put on your mashed potatoes, not your.
No. Well, I know, especially not because the mashed potatoes always come with gravy. So, there's that pairing. So,
the gravy
that just
could go on the chicken.
Well, I guess maybe because the biscuits have the honey packets, the mashed potatoes have the gravy, and then there's just the chicken and then ketchup packets. everybody's all paired up. Everybody's all paired up. So that must mean the fried chicken go with the ketchup.
You keep telling yourself that.
I know, right?
We need to find someone that
Well-
works at one of these stores and ask them.
Tell us.
Yes, that's what we need to do. We need to find somebody who works at Popeye.
We've really
It has to
digressed
be
now.
Popeye.
Right, I'm done with all my cards.
Okay.
Yeah, me
Awesome.
too.
So, now is probably a good time to maybe wrap up. I know, Anna,
I'm
you're
just
not quite
doing
done
the
with your.
last finishing touches. Yeah,
Okay, we'll highlight yours last as we wrap up.
Just
You keep
about there.
crafting away. You keep
Yep.
going, and you'll probably be done by the
Okay, perfect.
time
Yep,
we
yep, yep,
finish
yep.
with the roundup.
Perfect.
So, Angela, show us what all you made, and let us know what you used. It's so beautifully
right.
lined up there.
So this is sketch 13 to keep me straight, Lynn. That's all. This is sketch 13, and I use the poured acrylic paper pack from Alternate, and I use their Caribbean Dreams die set for the sailboat. And I did
Oh,
some.
that's
At
beautiful.
that time, I did some clouds and some sea waves with my stencil. That's that one. And this one here, I use the alcohol ink background. I love this paper pad for refinishing. So I use that, and I use the Rose Flurries 3D die set from Alternate to do this die cut. And I use for both die cuts, I use the pattern paper within the same paper pack because I wanted the colors to kind of all coordinate. So I thought that was quite good. And I had these foil sentiments. I've got a whole load of foil sentiments on the go here. So I just always pick them up as and when I need to. Easy. And here I use the Essentials black and white paper pack to do this foiling with transfer foil with my laminator. And that's really it. That's sketch 9 and 8. So I use different sketches for all of it. And for this sketch, I think the sketch was this way. Yeah, and I just moved it so you can move your sketches any way you want. So the sketch was meant to be this way. So I just turned it and.
Oh, lovely.
great.
Those papers are all gorgeous. I'm
I
gonna
like
have
those papers.
to. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to do a little bit of shopping because those are stunning. And lots of love for your cards in the chat too.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks all.
I'm also reading up on poutine in the chat. Thanks. I was reading all the compliments, but I was really also fascinated by poutine. That's a I think that's a Canada thing. And so Sire is saying poutine is when you add fries, gravy, and cheese curds. Ugh. If you stopped at fries, I'm like totally on board. The rest, no, I don't think so. No. Maybe it's one of those things you just have to try it to really acquire the taste. All right, lovely cards, Angela. Thanks for sharing. Lots of compliments in the chat.
Appreciate the compliments. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. And so Steph, show us your cards. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right. So these
embossed?
papers. What's that?
Is your card base embossed?
It is, but it's I didn't emboss it myself. It's a cardstock that came with that. But yeah, I love the
Lovely.
texture on it.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives it a bit of extra interest. And so these papers that I've used here are the Bella Bear Christmas papers. So Christmas pack. And then this cute little image, and they're all from Polka Doodles, is the Christmas box bear, which I have to say is one of my favorites, I think, for Christmas. It's just so cute. And yeah, really easy. This one's using sketch number 8, and I love sketch number 8. You can literally just cut out circles from any like scraps that you have to, and you've got a card. And then with sketch number 9, using the same papers, on the sentiments are also from Polka Doodles as well. And this is the I think it's the ginger tree shopping image.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah, that
adorable.
one's really
Beautiful
cute as
coloring.
well.
Love
And I
it.
wasn't game enough to do colouring on the live like Anna, Anna was.
I know,
You
right?
know, I'm partially blind and I always have my glasses on and and have to look closely to make sure I don't go out of the light. And this final one was from sketch number 3. So the sentiments from Polka Doodles, but these little die cuts are actually, you wouldn't believe it, but I bought these off Anna at one of this D-Stash events, and they're
Oh,
the
that's so funny.
Finlets. Yeah, these ones.
Oh,
Oh, that's awesome.
oh.
Look familiar, Anna? And yeah, so this is sketch
Actually,
number
do you know what?
3.
No. Oh, yes. Sorry, yes.
That's so funny. Is that glitter? Is that glitter card stuff? The gold?
It is, yes,
Oh, beautiful.
absolutely. I love a bit of sparkle in my Christmas cards.
Yes, here. Me too. Okay, I'm gonna stall a little bit more for Anna just in case, so I'll do my roundup. I also crafted with Altenew, and I've got the Dreamy Sunset paper pack with the tall alphabet die and the beautiful inside sentiment. So all of my cards are sketch number 15. And they're all sentiment cards, so no images, and these are quick cards to put together, and they're really nice to just have like on hand for when you need them. Those two actually follow the sketch. Well, not really, because I adapted the sketch for 4x6. I'm still trying to use up my pre-made card bases. So these are actually 4x6 and not USA2. But feel free to adapt the sketches like Angela said, twist them, turn them, adapt them to whatever paper size you'd like. And here, instead of putting the sentiment block on top of the strip, I've just added it to the side just for something a little bit different. So, you know, I think what's nice about card sketches is that it's a nice sort of springboard for your ideas. And once you get going, you know, let your creativity kind of just take it wherever it flows. So, and I think another lovely example of that is what Anna has made. She whipped up that second gift card holder fast.
Wow.
Yeah, show us, Anna.
Gift
I know it was pretty quick in the end. Okay, so let's have a look. So I made them matching coordinating. So that's the card. And I have used, well, it's this stamp kit. This kit here. So it is in the actual kit itself. You get this stamp set, and the dies are separate, and there's another coordinating stamp set. And then in the papers, you get some papers there too, and also some round sentiments and strip sentiments, which are really great. So it's really quick and easy to get things moving along. So they're all the papers. So no, it's quite good. It's a really great value. And then obviously you can buy the add-ons if you want, or you can fussy cut, whatever makes you happy. So that's the card, which is pretty cute. And then what I did is I just a single layer of cardstock, just made a very basic tag looking shape. And then I've just created a little pocket, which I've just created some little lips, which I've folded over and slip in the card. So
that's
that
so
was
perfect.
pretty quick in the end. And then also, so you could in fact put it inside or use it separately, or, you know,
right,
do whatever your little heart desires.
I love that.
So
and once you were done with the coloring, it all came together really fast too. So what a great idea. That's awesome.
The coloring. Actually, I hadn't colored these images before either, so where you're shading and what you're doing and all that sort of stuff. So certainly if you're doing a bunch of them, I would, generally speaking, probably stamp all of those images in one go, and then just color them all and have them all ready, and then just play around if I was doing a set of cards, or just wanting to create some coloured images for,
Mhm.
you know, my stash or something like that.
Yeah, very
I find
awesome.
colouring very therapeutic, and it's
Yeah, I'm
really
amazed that you
great.
colored live and got that done during the live. I would never be able to finish anything if I had to color live. So that's amazing. Gorgeous. Lovely, lovely. Well,
Oh,
thank
thank
you
you.
all
Thanks.
for joining today. So we'll do just a quick, let's just wrap up, and I think hopefully I think stuff is on. We
Yes,
just
I am.
okay.
I'm just my camera's playing up with the internet, but I'm on.
Okay, no worries. We'll just do our final little round of, you know, just tell us where to find you on the socials, and we'll wrap up. So since I've got Anna on the big screen already, why don't we start with Anna? Can you remind everybody, especially for folks who joined after you first introduced yourself, tell us, you know, where we can find you on the socials. If there's something coming up that you'd like to give us a little heads up, any new videos or anything coming up that you'd like to share, just take a moment and then promote yourself.
Sure. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Firstly, thank you, Lynn, for inviting me or for having me. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking doing a live because, of course, everything goes wrong as soon as you want to do it. So you've made it a very easy process, and thank you, and I appreciate it. And hopefully I can come back and play again. So thank you for that, firstly. Papercraft Create is my handle pretty much on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. On Pinterest as well from time to time, but that tends to be a little bit harder to find, I think. However, I've also, with one of our other sponsors for Kendra's Card Challenge, I've taken part in an artful angel hop that started today. So if you head on over to my channel, you'll be able to partake and have a look. And Kendra is offering a digital file for a giveaway. So that starts today and runs a week. And thank you all for joining. I hope that you enjoyed watching us all and listening to our conversations, which started crafty and ended up food-wise. But it's been a blast. Thank you so much for all taking part. And yes, as I said, Lynn, if you have me, I'll come back again. And
yes,
tell you about more
absolutely.
Aussie things that you might find weird.
I would
Great,
love that.
thank
I would
you.
love that. You are for sure welcome to come back anytime, my friend. So thank you. And there is a link to Anna's YouTube channel. And so it's been intermixed in the chat, but there it is on screen. So if you haven't already, definitely pop on over. And thanks again for mentioning the hop that we have going on. So for sure, everybody check out that hop, and
Yeah,
maybe
I
you
know.
can
Everything
win
was
a
happening this
prize.
weekend.
Yeah. All right, so let's bring up our other Aussie friend and crafty friend, Steph. Same thing. So for folks who maybe joined late and didn't hear you first introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself. If there's anything coming up that you'd like to promote, please do. And where can we find you on all of the socials?
Hi, yeah, absolutely. So I'm at Chaos in the Craft Room on YouTube, and we've got a video hop coming up with Kendra as part of the Kendra's Card Challenge, and that will be in the first week of November. So make sure you come and hop along with that, and there's prizes you can win on that video hop as well, and all of you will be in that as well, I believe. So that'll be good fun. And I'm also on Instagram at chaos in the craft room. And it's been so much fun today. I've really enjoyed it, and hopefully have a chance to do another live with you guys as well.
Yay! Yes, you are always welcome back, my friend. I'm so grateful that you and Anna are willing to get up so early on a Sunday morning and spend this time with us. So thank you so much. There's a link to Steph's channel here on YouTube. As she mentioned, she is at Chaos in the Craft Room. So feel free to scroll back up through the chat and find that link, but it is on the screen now if you want to check her out, and follow along, subscribe to her channel if you like her videos. We would all love that, of course, but definitely check her out. She puts out lots of videos as well. And last but not least, Angela, please remind us a little bit about yourself, where we can find you on the socials, and if there's anything coming up that you'd like to promote or shout out or tell folks about.
Right, okay. It's past midnight here in the UK, so I'm going to keep this short. I'm based in Scotland. But I'm a night owl, so it's fine. I'm probably going to have I baked some lemon drizzle cupcakes. I'm probably going to have some of that and a cup of tea before I go to bed anyway. Okay.
Yum.
All that talk about food made me hungry. Anyway, so I do a lot of videos. I tend to put out a video at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. But I do have an all-to-new super sponsor hop for a Kendra Cards Challenge a week today, actually. I think it's the 28th of October. But I also have an all-to-new educators video hop on that same day. So you'll see 2 videos on the same day. I do a lot of all-to-new videos as well as Spellbinder videos and Kendra Cards Challenge videos. So my YouTube channel is Angela Brennan Creations, and I'm also on all social media. Actually, not all. When I say all, it's only all YouTube and Instagram. And even Instagram, I struggle to get on there as often as I should. But I definitely post videos on YouTube once a week, at least, if not more often. And I'm taking part in quite a few sponsor hops for Kendra Cards Challenge 12, and it'll come out probably weekly, or there's a super sponsor hop in November, in December, and then kind of super sponsors on Pink and Main, a variety of products that sponsored the challenge. But the thing that I'm excited about for next year is I'm going to be doing a lot of Spellbinder videos, because I've been asked to do videos on 8 of their 10 club kits, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm actually clearing a space in my craft room for all the stuff I'm going to get. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So if you want to check that out, it'll be on my videos as well. So I really appreciate everyone with your comments and your kind comments and staying on as long as you did. And Lynn, thank you for supporting me in my first live stream. I couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, well, thank you for joining and hanging out with all of us and staying up. I know you say that you're a night owl, but still, it's your lighting is beautiful for midnight. So
I
thank
have
you so
at
much.
least 3 lamps around me. So yeah, I kind of use this setup for my YouTube videos. So yeah. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful, awesome, and congratulations on being a Spellbinders influencer. Definitely looking forward to more of your crafty creations. And do feel free, ladies, if you want to pop off. I know it's been like a good chunk of time. I'm going to stay on because I did see that some of our crafty friends here have actually shared some projects to the
lovely.
Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group. So I just want to kind of breeze through these and share them because they are so beautiful. And let me not show my chat. So for folks who don't know, I do run a Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook community group, and I see here's a sketch that this is actually from KCC 11, but Jay shared this, which is gorgeous. And lovely papers there, my friend. This is beautiful. This is
Also
sketch
beautiful embossed
9.
background.
Yes. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Those papers are gorgeous. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, so she's got one sentiment going this way, but then her other sentiment goes this way. Ah, very cool.
It's a landscape card with a sentiment, jolly and joyful in the face.
Yeah, I think so. Lovely, beautiful. Oh, well, now this is just another card, but look at that. That's stunning. Who made this? Oh, Stephanie. I don't think she's in the chat. This is just somebody who posted to my group, but I just want to bring it up because it looks gorgeous.
Spectacular coloring.
Holy moly. That is beautiful. Okay, wonderful. So I just wanted to bring up those couple of posts because I think Shauna was crafting along with us. And so thank you for sharing that. And if you are not a member of Crafty Fun with Friends, do pop on by. I think links to it have been put into the chat from my streaming bot. And so if you do craft along, definitely feel free to share there. It's a private community, so the only folks who can actually see what you share to that group are folks who are a member of the group. And if you do play along with Kendra's card challenge and you make a full set of 15, you'll definitely want to if you're not already a part of, join the Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group. That's where you need to enter to be in for a chance to win some of the amazing prizes that have been donated by so many sponsors, including lots of the companies that we all crafted with today. So Polka Doodles, Uniquely Creative, and Altenew are all prize sponsors. So thank you to all of our sponsors for one, and thank you to all of you for hanging out with us this afternoon. I hope that everybody enjoys the rest of your weekend and get some crafting in. Ladies, Angela, get some sleep. And Steph and Anna, enjoyed the future. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks so
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Off to have
Bye,
breakfast.
everybody.
Oh, brunch now, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.